Have you ever seen someone smile while screaming inside? An INFJ can do that for years, not out of hypocrisy, but out of love. Because in their mind, peace is sacred, and conflict, a wound to heal, at any cost. But what happens when the peace they build isn't real? When the harmony they defend becomes a golden cage? Today, we step into the archetype of the Illusory Peacemaker, the INFJ who builds outer harmony while ignoring inner pain until the illusion takes over. Stay until the end. We'll explore when kindness becomes self-deception and how the INFJ can turn illusion into real connection. Marta is 32. At work, they call her the angel. She listens, mediates, calms the storm. When colleagues argue, she smiles and says, "It doesn't matter who's right. Let's just understand each other." But at home, the silence feels heavy. Her partner asks, "Are you okay?" She softly replies, "Of course." But she knows it's not true. That's surface harmony, a balance built on quiet, daily self-sacrifice. Every time an INFJ suppresses their truth to keep the peace, their NI, introverted intuition, begins to fade. That inner voice, that compass, becomes an echo, drowned out by other people's emotions like a tuning fork underwater, still vibrating, but unheard. The Illusory Peacemaker doesn't notice the trap right away. At first, they think they're doing the right thing. "I don't want to hurt anyone. It's not worth the fight." Peace matters more than truth, but truth without peace is harsh, and peace without truth is silence wearing a mask. Over time, subtle signs begin to appear: constant fatigue, even after so-called peaceful days. That quiet, sinking feeling of being unseen. A soft irritation toward those who dare to disturb the calm. And relationships, slowly crumbling under the weight of unspoken truths. This is where empathy becomes a trap. The INFJ starts believing that understanding others matters more than hearing themselves. Their FE, extroverted feeling, takes control, like a conductor, more focused on the audience than the music. But here's the real question. When does empathy stop being a bridge and turn into a filter? This is where the real cognitive unraveling begins. To understand the Illusory Peacemaker archetype, we need to look at the INFJ's cognitive structure. Every INFJ operates through four main functions. Dominant, NI, introverted intuition. NI is the INFJ's inner radar, a symbolic lens that perceives patterns, meaning, and future possibilities beneath the surface. It guides them not through logic, but through vision. But under the pressure of external expectations, NI can become overly predictive, obsessing over outcomes rather than insight. If I say this, they'll be upset. If I stay quiet, they'll calm down. NI starts serving avoidance, not truth. The INFJ stops creating from insight and starts managing outcomes through prediction, often subconsciously. Auxiliary, FE, extroverted feeling. FE is the INFJ's social compass, attuned to emotional dynamics, harmony, and the needs of others. It brings deep empathy, diplomacy, and emotional intelligence. But when FE starts dominating NI, harmony becomes an illusion. The INFJ may build peace for others while losing contact with their inner knowing. They become performers of compassion, kind but disconnected. FE says, "Don't disrupt the mood." NI whispers, but this isn't real. TI wonders, is this sustainable? Tertiary, TI, introverted thinking. TI is the inner analyst, quiet, sharp, asking uncomfortable questions. Do you really believe that? Is this actually consistent? When FE and NI dominate, TI becomes threatening. It pokes holes in the illusion of peace. So the INFJ suppresses it. They stop verifying beliefs. They become vague, self-doubting, until they no longer trust their own clarity. But when TI is reactivated, it acts like a scalpel, cutting through the fog with precision. Inferior, SE, extroverted sensing. SE connects the INFJ to the present, to the body, the world, the now. But INFJs often ignore it, lost in abstraction. The cost? Burnout, disconnection, collapse. They feel fine until their body says otherwise. This is the INFJ crash, the moment when all the suppressed tension, all the ignored signals erupt at once. It's not weakness, it's imbalance. The illusory peacemaker is not a flaw, it's a shadow. It shows what happens when vision, NI, becomes fear, and empathy, FE, becomes performance. But when NI returns to clarity and FE reconnects with truth, then real harmony becomes possible. So how does the INFJ break free from the illusion? Not by killing kindness, but by purifying it. Step 1. Reactivate TI. Learn to say, I don't agree, even when it shakes the calm. Step 2. Reconnect with SE. Feel the body. Notice the world. Let reality anchor intuition. When FE and NI return to balance, empathy becomes authentic again. Not control, but connection. At that point, the INFJ no longer avoids pain. They listen to it. And that listening creates a peace that doesn't need pretending. As Jung once said, there is no light without shadow, and no wholeness without wounds. The mature INFJ doesn't fear dissonance. They use it to tune their soul, until inner truth and outer harmony finally resonate. If you saw yourself in this archetype, don't judge it. The illusory peacemaker is born from love, from the need to protect. But love that always protects, without risking truth, becomes a prison. Your empathy is a gift, not a cage. True harmony isn't the absence of conflict. It's the courage to stay present, inside it. Now it's your turn. How often have you mistaken peace for fear? Drop it in the comments. Your story might help someone else feel seen. And don't miss the next video. A new INFJ paradox is coming, one that goes even deeper into silence, empathy, and the cost of harmony. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.